Good morning, my friends. It's Paul Chappel speaking in late September 2021. It's a Thursday morning, and what I'm about to read began simply as a response to a comment by a friend on Facebook. When I write, sometimes it is so slow and so ponderous, and sometimes it's so fast I can't catch my own breath. It's faster, certainly, than I can type, and almost faster than I can speak it. This is one of those kinds, the second kind, not the slow and ponderous, where I go through and tinker and pilfer and move about. No, this is a very quick one. It just kind of flowed out of me over the last hour or so. It is 12:38, and I think I began a little after 11, maybe quarter after 11. So in this last hour and some, this came. So it was originally inspired as a brief response on Facebook to my most remarkable friend, Alicia Haynes, who said, "Paul, one of the great gifts of our Creator is memory." And this was my response. I'm going to try to look into the camera as well as to look at the computer because it's all so new. I certainly don't have it memorized. This is the response to Paul, one of the great gifts of our Creator is memory. Great, majestic, and wildly painful is that gift, but I wouldn't trade it for all. It hoves into view sometimes like a dewy faun, or a huge man-o'-war splitting the very seas. Sometimes it is incense smoke or charcoal fire, sometimes a flash of lightning, or a simple firefly in the bouncing cauldron of our psyche. It can break us, but with the Creator's support and bracing, that great warship slides through us like only radiation, warming us from within. Our lachrymal memories lie with us like an old battered pillow, brought out when needed or wanted for comfort. A psalm or favorite poem, alive with meaning of our own creatings, or simple lines of music, dancing sprites and faeries in our minds. Lines of Shakespeare, a great theme of Maya's, or a limerick even, so our memories form, co-created and archived. The files, many and great, held in boxes tied with ribbons, or loose and falling cuttings in a folder are they. Or greetings card ballet of events and their vigils, entombed with a lock of hair or shining stone. All in these files kept and delved into by the innermost seclusions of our souls, where the gods of many names, creators and builders, all give us our histories. Wine, mystically, in a glass bottle still forms new memories and flavors beyond the vineyards and casks of its youth. So we form and grow and develop beyond our youths, ever shaking and groaning new things into being. And it moves our hundreds of youths, quiet as a spirit and noisy as an idea. For 18, it feels adult and strong. But at 35, 18 looks callow and porcelain, so alive with beauty in all its forms, from physical lines and curves to the intense beauty of youth's potential, and the jeweled painted caskets of the mind just waiting to be filled with new thoughts. From 50 and its neighbors, 40 looks young. And when a century is reached, then anyone is imbued with youth. So we, at whatever age, must know our youths and our agedness. Youth is a field of wildflowers, tainted with some landmines, but growing wisdom does begin to klaxon us to the minds, or help healing when trodden underfoot. So youth is a 15-year-old girl, dancing in a gauzy dress illuminated with roses and rosemary, so full of promise it seeps from every pore of her perfect skin. But this same youth to a child looks adult and safe or scary, for 18 can impose its will on this child. The imposing of will reduces the youth and forms in the reduction not diamonds from coal, but hard gray concretions that cannot be broken. and only worn away by the healing acids of love and given laughter and love. I just messed up that line, but I'm not retaping this. Heavy gray concretions that cannot be broken, and only worn away by the healing acids of laughter and given love. Love is most potent when given. Given love can destroy bulwarks of agony and hatred, allowing light in where only nothingness reigned. And given love, too, can build great castles of hope and newness. Love given and accepted with grace and humility can form anything. Even when potent youth-driven love fades, the imposition of it on our foreheads reminds us not that we are dust ready to return even to the dust, but it imposes hope and potential and sweet knowledge. On a wooden frame, ancient and colorful, the quilts of our memories are measured and squared, or left torn and flapping in the liquid breeze of our combined humanity. From this quilt we feel immortal comfort, and recreating hope while our minds send miners into the tunnels, into the archives to find old things to make new, rags becoming a floor mat, and food scraps melded into a fine soup. Seeds of ideas that can grow and reap to tears and laughter, or laughing and crying together, so that our beings, still dripping snot from our histamine-filled sinuses, can move into each new day afresh and alive. So our Creator makes in us these honeycombs of rooms for memories and knowledges and learnings and mistakes and griefs and miracles and supreme joys. But when these honeycombed tombs are sealed, whether forever or for a day or until we fly free of our honeycombed physical beings, they remain safe and guarded by the angels' purpose made for the protection of these things. Mystical and wondrous are these manifold gifts, ersatz treasures when summed and totaled with rubies and amethysts only. But when the great value of these honeycombed treasures is counted, we see at last, in the wisdom of time, that we are wealthy beyond avarice. We see at last, for the purple amethysts and red rubies shine, but not nearly so bright as our memories, and those latter total heavy, more like gold than strong, light-weighted aluminum, more like granite than cloth. And these totals counted on the beads of reckoning, for our souls are thus counted only, you see. For in heaven there is no sin to know or feel or recall, and the sin that sticks to earthly souls disappears when the angels come to take us home. So the tombs that open on that day are the tombs that are hidden, not stolen, the memories of our earthbound journey. They rise like 1,000 fireflies on a hot July evening from a lawn stretching even into the horizon, so that the Milky Way itself is shown before us. But each light, each twinkle, forms not a mass to be enjoyed only, but also each one is clear for us to appreciate and cherish as our newer journey begins into places we cannot imagine for trying, and light we cannot see for looking, and love beyond all, and with all, and in all, and through all. Love as it was in the beginning, and as it is now for us, and as it will be even forevermore. Where did it come from? I don't know. Is it even worth listening to or reading? That too, I don't know. But I felt compelled not just to write those words, dear ones, but to share them. May the gods you know and name bless you. Always.